Okay, year 7, so now we should be in EBI 3, and this is to explain what would happen to the ecosystem when there is a change with a certain population. So in this question, it is asking us to explain what would happen if there was a mass hunting on lions, which led to an extinction of them. So if lions were removed from this food web, what's going to happen? So you need to think of the different organisms that are in this food web and see what's going to happen with their population. So in particular with giraffes, the rhino, and the tree. What's going to happen to each of these? I'm going to show you the responses that I got for this question. So let's focus on this green one here first, because this one got the full marks. They wrote down the population of giraffes and rhinos will increase as they will not be prey of the lion, but the population of the trees will decrease as there are more giraffes and rhinos than usual. So this gets the full marks because they've explained that the population of the giraffes and the rhinos will increase. But they've also justified it because they said that they're no longer the prey of the lion. So they're no longer the prey of the lion, as the lion has been removed from this food chain. So the population for the giraffe and the rhino will increase as they're not being eaten anymore. However, the population of the trees over here will decrease because there are more giraffes and there are more rhinos than usual. So the population of the trees will decrease because now there are more giraffes and rhinos to eat the trees. And this is why this answer gets correct. So let's have a look at this answer here and see why it didn't get the full marks. So if there is a mass hunting, that means that the rhino and the giraffe will eat more trees, which means all the trees will decrease. So they've only said 1 point here. They said that the rhino and giraffe will eat more trees and the trees will decrease. So they only said 1 point. They've only talked about the trees. So it's important that you also look into what's going to happen to this population and this population, the giraffe and the rhino. And same thing for this one here. For this answer, if there was a mass hunting on lions to extinction, leading to extinction, then the giraffes and rhinos population would increase as there would be less predators to kill them. So this is the opposite of this one, where they didn't state the decrease of trees. They've only talked about the increase of giraffe and rhino. So both these answers get 1 mark for saying that there is a change in population, but you didn't include the whole picture. So it's important to look at the whole picture. I highlighted this one blue because it was an interesting answer that if there was extinction of the number of giraffes would increase and rhinos, and that would cause extinction to the trees, and that would cause extinction to the humans because humans need oxygen and trees to make oxygen. So they've gone an extra step saying that trees are responsible for the production of oxygen due to photosynthesis. However, I think it would need to get removed the trees from the whole planet for this to affect humans. But yes, it will definitely affect the concentration of oxygen in this particular ecosystem if there are less plants and less trees. But I don't think it would affect humans, as that would be a global scale for it to happen. But it's a good thinking outside the box. So well done for thinking in that way, going to that extra step. But I don't think it would be entirely accurate that it would affect humans at that point. So this is a model answer, and it's very similar to the previous answer that was highlighted in green. And I'm going to explain why this is a good model answer is because, yes, they have said that the giraffes and rhinos will increase, but we've also justified it by using this connective word because. When you say because, now you're explaining. Now your answer is going to have a justification for it, and that would lead you to that mark. So you've said, it's been said over here that there are no longer predators to eat them, and that is the reason. And then another connective that is useful to say is, however, the population of tree vegetation, which is all these leaves that's being eaten by the giraffes and the rhinos, will decrease because there are more giraffes and rhinos to eat them. So again, we use the connective because. So it's always good to see because, however, or for furthermore. All these connectives are very useful when you're writing out your paragraph answers because they connect your sentences and it provides an explanation or a contrasting explanation in your answer. So I like to see these key connective words in your answers. Right, so I want you now to practice with answering these questions, and again I'm going to give you 5 minutes to complete this question. And once you have finished completing this demonstrate task, I would now like you to complete the consolidate task to see how you have improved. So if you are stuck with any of the questions, or if you got any of these questions wrong, then watch the videos again and learn from it and make notes from it, and then attempt the question again. The more practice that you do, the more better that you will get at answering these questions.